This is Rogue Wing, Coraline, or Helen RD over at Starship Modeler. Welcome to the workshop. And good evening. Well, it's evening where I am anyway. With the airbrush down, I'm not going to let it stop me get color work going on the Stormcat here. So, I'm using good old-fashioned paintbrush, and base coat on her fur is the Badger Armor Sand. This is actually designed for airbrushing, which is good because it means it's already nice and thin. The disadvantage is it means it's going to take multiple coats. That can't be avoided. Right now her legs have 2 coats of the tan on them I should say, while her hair and face just have 1 coat at the moment. Right now it's still, it's still not too far off of where it was with the primer gray, but I'm making progress. What I'll probably wind up doing is kind of a 2-tone scheme where I'll bring a darker color down her legs and then go for a sock effect. Same going with her face. I'll do darker areas and leave the lighter areas. The hair is probably going to wind up darker as well. We'll play that by ear, but there's a quick update for right now. Okay, this is probably going to be the last update I try to do before the reveal, mostly because there's not a lot left to do. I mixed up a custom shade of darker brown using a custom mix of red, Vallejo Smoke, and a darker brown from the Badger set. Applied a couple of coats of that over her legs, the darker areas of her face, and the hair. I'm actually pleased with how the hair is turning out. Her suit, I've got to probably put 1 more coat of red over it because I've been hand brushing it with the fact my airbrush is still down waiting for parts. But I need probably 1 more coat of red to even things up there. The belt and her gloves will probably wind up black. I'm going to do the handles of her swords in probably Vallejo Smoke. The blades, yeah folks, I figured out a way to work it into this build. I gave them a brush coat of Tester's Graphite Dust left over from what I used on the War Machine build. Actually left over from what I used on the Star Fury. I still have some decanted in this jar. I've done her fingers in the same shade as the lighter colors of her fur because I intend these to be fingerless gloves, which is also why I'm not too worried about that seam there, because when I paint the rest of the glove black, that's going to pretty much disappear. Same treatment on the other sword. At this point, the base, all it really needs is a black wash and possibly a dry brush in a lighter color. But at this point, like I said at the start of this, we're pretty close to done. Took a little longer than the Star Fury, but things are moving right along. Okay. At this point, she's done. Got the last coat of paint on her suit. Painted in her gloves and belt in black. Got the Vallejo smoke on the handles. Painted in the blades. Went in and detailed her lips in red. Zoom that in a little bit so you guys can actually stand a chance of seeing what I'm talking about. That's better. Did her lips in red. Did her eyes in green. And after discussion with my son, went in and blacked her nose. With the airbrush working again today, gave her an overall gloss coat before going in and doing her eyelashes with a microfine Sharpie. Gave her an overall gloss coat and then went in with the matte coat and did her legs, fingers, head, and hair, as well as her tail, to help set it off from the colorations of her suit, actually from the sheen on her suit. Went ahead and left the blades in the handles, or the blades in her gloves rather, in gloss, as well as the rest of her suit. All in all, kind of happy with how she turned out, especially considering what I started with. I'm going to go ahead and put some stills at the end of this. I want to thank you all for watching. And I don't know about you, but I'm looking forward to the next build.